Hello, once again, to Relationships at Work, your leadership guide to building workplace connections and avoiding blind spots. I'm Russell. I'm the host, communications and leadership expert. If we haven't met, that's who I am. A couple of decades of experience in both those areas and a whole heap of curiosity, much like yourself, on how we can make the workplace better, and we always can. If you're a leader trying to understand and improve your impact on work culture and the employee experience, you're in the right place. It's Thursday, looking at my watch. That means it is time for a mini solo episode of the show. These are quick, valuable bits of information to help our mindsets for the week ahead. Just maybe these are good reminders. Maybe they're hitting you at just the right time where you can put them into action or put them into thought. Or maybe they're just brand new ideas and you're like, you know what? Maybe this will work for me. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is that new ideas need curiosity, not criticism. I've always loved the viewpoint of leaders as mentors, as educators, as helpers, as those people who are there to offer guidance in growth and in the journey of those they are responsible for. Sounds great, right? I love that. An integral piece of this is leaning into curiosity. You've heard it mentioned a lot on this show. It is within the DNA of great leaders, especially when being introduced to new ideas. Curiosity usually looks like asking a lot of questions from various possible perspectives, like what about ... or have you thought about ... what if ... happens? Yes, there is a coaching element to this, but what it's really doing is challenging those ideas and in a supportive way, helping our team members think differently and with new considerations, while also being part of that journey with them. Yeah, it can also be a bit annoying when we offer ideas we know are good, we know they're going to be impactful, we know they're going to be useful, but right away we get this wall of questions. It's not a bad thing though. That's just interest from the person you're trying to get buy-in from. A leader that asks a lot of questions is just giving us an opportunity to convince them that it's the right idea. We have to be that leader. Unfortunately, there are some of us, most often unintentionally, leaning into criticism first before curiosity. They hear a new idea and they dump all their judgment, all their personal experience right into the discussion. Now, I'm not talking about hard questions. Hard questions are so important, especially to raise awareness of challenges that need to be addressed and to help get the best solution possible now or in the future. Hell, the right hard question may even cancel a project or initiative altogether, which actually could be seen as a win because it's saving money, time, effort. We don't have to do everything. What criticism is, it's us bringing our own baggage, only highlighting the things we can't do, all the things that could go wrong, or all the things the team doesn't know. We're not actually leading in those moments. We're in the way. We're a hindrance, not a help to new ideas. Now, criticism usually falls into three different buckets. There's assumptions. It's jumping to conclusions about the idea without really even understanding it. It's really about ignorance. This could be assuming it won't work based on past experiences, preconceived notions, or biases. In short, it's the I know better attitude. Deflection is another way criticism shows up, where we shift the focus away from the idea itself by pointing out unrelated problems, past failures, or barriers that are external instead of engaging on the actual merits of the suggestion, the new idea itself. It's a slippery one because you're like, look over there, look over there. Or minimization. That is another one that criticism is draped all over. It's dismissing the idea as unimportant, unrealistic, or unnecessary, all the uns, without giving it any fair consideration. This can sound like, we've always done it this way, or that's not a priority right now. Any of that sound familiar? Either when you bring up new ideas or has come out of your own mouth when presented with new ideas? Here's what the right and the wrong approach can really look like. So if we lean in with curiosity to new ideas, we could be saying things like, who's this for? Have you read this article? I think it might provide solutions to some of the challenges you're mentioning. Or why this approach and not this approach? Now, we're working on so many important projects, but we can't fund all of them. Why do you feel this should be a priority right now? What does success look like? That's one of my favorite questions. Have you considered working with this other team? They have insights that could help. Can I help in any way? What do you need for me to help you achieve your goals? All of that is about curiosity. Criticism, on the other hand, looks like, that's not how I would do it. Why haven't you done this or that? I remember we did this 5 years ago. It didn't work. You can't have those resources. Why is this even important? This isn't how we do things here. This isn't good enough. We're not, insert some big name here like Google. We can't do that. Now, how did hearing any of that make you feel? That criticism? Criticism is an innovation killer. We should strive to be curious, not critical, or we'll do more harm and hindrance than we can really understand. So a few things we should consider as we look to lean into curiosity. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of dismissing or judging an idea immediately, we should ask questions, open-ended ones like, what makes you think this could work? Or how might this help us solve our current challenges? This is a way to encourage exploration and understanding of the potential of the idea. And it really does model a culture of curiosity when other people see us asking these questions. Another one, I love this one, is embracing a beginner's mindset. We can consciously adopt a beginner's mindset by approaching ideas as if we are learning about them for the very first time. No baggage, right? Even though we all have them, let's pretend. This is a mindset that shifts the focus from evaluating the idea's flaws to exploring its possibilities, promoting an open, inquisitive conversation rather than a defensive or a critical one. And last, try to just delay judgment and reflect. If we're feeling the need to criticize, just feeling it in our bones, feeling it in our DNA, stop. Pause before reacting to these new ideas. Just a little self-control, little mindfulness. We are allowed to take a moment to reflect on our initial thoughts and consider the potential value of the idea, even if it feels really out there. Take a moment, take a knee. This helps us take time to separate our biases, we all have them, and assumptions, and it allows us to be more objective and sneak in some of that curiosity. This is an opportunity for us to stop telling people all the ways that they're wrong and start showing them how we can get them to the yes, to the next milestone. It's an education moment. We can help them and help them find out what they need to learn along the way to get where they want to go. Maybe the idea is great, but it's just not fully baked yet. How can you help get them to that souffle level of bakedness? We as leaders can be a source of inspiration and motivation, which comes from being interested and helpful. So flex those curiosity muscles. It'll only help our organizations, our team members, to learn and to grow and to trust us that we're on their side too. And that brings us to the end of another mini episode of Relationships at Work, your leadership guide to building workplace connections and avoiding blind spots. Thank you once again for joining me. I'm Russell Lolliker. I really do enjoy spending these brief moments with you, but we don't need to talk long sometimes to really hammer home some ideas that I think can really help us in the workplace and with employee engagement and leadership development. And yeah, thank you so much for taking that time. I know time is a precious thing. We're all really busy people. So I couldn't tell you how grateful I am that you spent it here with me. All right, take care of yourself. We'll talk again soon.